House hacking is very popular, but room rentals are gaining traction. But what's the difference between house hacking and room rentals? Well, with house hacking, that's normally when you buy your property. Let's say you buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, the bread and butter that most of the market wants. You buy that particular property. Now, let's say you're by yourself. Well, you have 2 available rooms plus a bathroom. So a house hacking, you can take those 2 bedrooms and rent them out. So let's say your mortgage is $2,200, right? Obviously you qualify for the mortgage, so you could afford that. But you got 2 other bedrooms in there. And let's say like the city of Charlotte, the average price of a 1-bedroom is $1,500, right? Around there, like $1,500. But as you know, moving in, what's gonna happen? People are gonna need about $4,000 to $5,000 first and last month's rent. So that's $3,000 right there at $1,500. And then your deposit for your utilities, your deposit for the water company, your deposit for the electric company, and the gas company. Now, of course, if you have good credit, which most Americans don't, you don't have to worry about the deposit. But if you have credit challenges, they're going to ask for a deposit. Now, I'm not going to say you need internet and things like that because I don't want to get into debate far as necessity and far as something that's an option, right? So, furniture can be an option. For some people, furniture is a necessity. So I don't want to get into that. So let's say you need about $4,000 to move into them, but you have 2 other bedrooms in a vacant house. You like, yo, listen, I'll rent out my bedroom to you for $800, and you find 2 people, so you're bringing in an extra $1,600. You're paying $600 plus the utilities. Your utilities, they go up a little bit, not much. They don't go up nothing significantly, right? So traditionally, as long as people are respecting the utilities. So you got $1,600, so now you're paying $600. Now, in some cases, some people renting out the rooms covers their whole mortgage when they're house hacking, right? In some cases, okay? Now you have $1,600 coming in, you're paying $600. So with the rest of that money, you could either invest it. Some people still continue to pay $2,200 a month, and they just use that extra $1,600 to pay down principal. I met a guy, he said he paid off his house in less than 5 years. Granted, he did this in his 20s, house hacking. All right. So that is house hacking. It's a great strategy, but normally it is where you live at. Now, room rentals is you solely buying a property for investment purposes. Now, if you're going to do room rentals, I recommend 4 bedrooms or more. Ideally, 2 people for each bedroom. Ideally. Doesn't have to be mandatory. That's when you buy a house, right? I recommend it being 4 bedrooms or more, and you start renting out the rooms. So in Charlotte, I'm getting $1,000 for a bedroom. All right. It's $250 a week. So they give me a $250 room deposit. Whatever day they move in is prorated. They pay me weekly, right? All utilities are covered. All utilities are covered, all right? With house hacking, sometimes the owner covers the utilities. Sometimes the owner might say, listen, we're going to split. It's 3 of us here. We're going to split the utilities 3 ways, all right? Split the water 3 ways, okay? So it just all depends how you run it is optional. But room rentals, traditionally, the owner pays for the utility, all right? So I provide internet, I provide electricity, I provide the water. So I pay for that and they just pay me my weekly rent. All right. And that's how I run mine. But that's how you compare it to. Now, I got a 4-bedroom. I make $4,400 a month out of renting out the rooms. I got a 5-bedroom that I make, it's like $5,100 a month renting out the rooms. Okay. So I'm making great income off of these room rentals. So you don't really need a lot. So, but I just wanted to break down what's the difference between the two. Not necessarily compare like, hey, one's better than the other. It's just that house hacking is when you live there. Room rentals is when you're solely doing it for an investment. Some people call it a boarding house, but as we know, boarding houses have a terrible stigma, with them being old, nasty, ran down, not well kept. My properties are nice, all right? So, listen, at this time, I want you to watch this video next to me. If you want to quit your job, right, utilizing this strategy, you only need about 5 of them, bro. So this one to help. Listen, I'm Nasser, aka the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a duru because I actually do this business. Peace.